Hello and welcome to day 3. Tamara here. I wanted to start out talking about getting over the fear of rejection. I know, I think fairly recently, women have been known to potentially badmouth and like shame guys for coming up to them if they didn't think they're cute enough or whatever. So obviously that doesn't help men want to try to talk to you, but hopefully that's gone away from, and people are going to start getting out there more. So, an upcoming episode is with Paul Roseberry. I'll be out next week, but he talks about just talking to random strangers everywhere. And I think that is a great thing to think about and say, getting used to rejection. Just go up to anyone and compliment them. There's someone that may join who talks about this as well. Literally just, if you see something, say something about their shoes or their shirt or whatever, or even their cologne. Just something to get used to talking to people. Ask questions. If you're standing in line together, you can ask a question. That'll get you more comfortable to eventually approach women, in this case, if you're a man, and maybe even start a conversation where the conversation is so great that you want to continue. So you just say, "Oh, I would love to keep talking about this," and ask for their number to keep talking about that conversation. So different things to think about, but once you get used to people saying no, like some people are going to say no, but some people are going to say yes. And as I mentioned, this is a challenge. This is day 3. And I had planned to talk about some of the types of episodes I have. I have a lot of episodes I mentioned on my first live that men and women speak, think, and act very differently. I have several episodes where we talk about the differences. Andre Parody has been on 3 times talking about that. And then the idea of masculine and feminine energy, that's been mentioned in many episodes as well. But both men and women can have masculine and feminine energy. But it works best when there's parity, as people talk about. You've probably heard this a lot, where one needs to be in the masculine, one in the feminine. It doesn't matter if it's the male or the female, but if both are trying to be in the masculine energy, you're just going to butt heads. And if you're both in the feminine energy, nothing will happen. Like, you just won't make decisions. You won't do anything. So ideally, parity works best. And I had 4 people on right away, and they've already dropped. So it's not inspiring me to keep going. But as I said, some of the other episodes are like newly divorced dads. And when men and women get divorced, it's a very different experience. Like, most women have probably already thought about it, already told their friends about it, thinking about it. And then they're the ones that generally file more often than men. So they handle it better and even have parties and sometimes. But men generally don't tell their friends about it and sometimes are blindsided by a divorce. And so handling it is a little harder. They feel like a failure, even though, obviously they didn't fail. The marriage failed or ended, but men generally take it more personally and blame themselves as a failure. So they don't necessarily tell their friends about it until it's happened, and then they even hide it and just kind of sulk alone. And unfortunately, more men after a divorce may consider suicide or even commit suicide. So there's an episode specifically about that, a couple of them. And next time I will have them spelled out, like which numbers go with which titles, but hopefully it's fairly clear. But as I said, I think previously, I have 140 episodes published online and 40 to 50, if not 60 more, that I just need to edit and get published, all the way scheduled through May or April of 2027. So, all right. Well, because I didn't get joined by someone I thought would ask questions, I will leave it there. And I'm getting more comfortable with this. And if there are any topics or something you would like to hear about, let me know in a comment if you listen to the replay, and then I will see that. All right. Thank you so much. Tamara out.